Hello, welcome in. Who is that? Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for being here. We will get started in just 1 second. My apologies, we're running a little late today. Oh boy. Ugh. All right, let's see. We don't have all our effects. My apologies, everyone. We're gonna have to do this old school. How you doing? Welcome in, I see you. Okay, we are also on TikTok, just so you know. Today we're gonna be reading about our white paper, okay? Once again, we're gonna be reading about our white paper to our congressman and our senator. So thanks for being here. We're gonna get started in just 1 second. Again, thank you for your patience. Trying to get set up on TikTok as well, and then we'll start rocking and rolling. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see, banner. Where is the banner? Well, I guess we're way out in the sticks. We can't do anything. It is what it is. Oh, we're unable to go live. Okay, I guess TikTok, you're the only way we're able to go, YouTube, you're the only way we're able to go live. Let's see if we set up our Wi-Fi. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Let's get our banner up. Use. Okay, now we're going live for real. Let's see, welcome in, welcome in. All right, we're live. Wait, we are live. Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody is doing wonderful. Hello, welcome in. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this banner because I cannot read the comments. Give me a sec, guys. Let me get rid of this banner. I can figure it out. We're live on YouTube as well. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being here. Oh, man, what a mess. What an absolute mess. Alrighty then. All right, welcome in, everyone. How you doing? How's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone's doing well. I am sorry I'm a little bit late. Yeah, sorry I'm a little late, you guys. I had a hard time. I am over here in Beatty, Nevada right now, and I had a hard time not only finding parking, but getting my internet to work. So right now I'm on my camper internet. And so thanks everybody for being here. Make it happen. Welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? Again, everybody, thanks for being here. Appreciate ya. Let's see. Brandon says he has his first class on Monday. Awesome, bro. Right on. Are you excited? I bet you're excited, huh? Very good, man. Proud of you. That's good. That's very good. Learn as much as you possibly can, Brandon, okay? Learn as much as you can. All right. Tonight we're going to go for 2 hours. Everybody on YouTube, welcome in. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. You can't see everything that's going on TikTok, but if you have a question for me, we are live. Go ahead and just post it in the chat, and I will answer it as quick as possible. There's more people on TikTok, so they get a little bit of priority, but I will occasionally look over here. So, and TikTok, sorry if I'm looking over there, but I'm running two social media platform lives at one time. Thanks everybody for being here. My name is Vince. I am a commercial truck driver. Thank you for sharing the live, you guys. I really appreciate it. Brandon says, oh no, my instructor has been on the rig for 25 years and 2.5 million miles. Awesome. You're going to get taught well then, dude. You're going to get taught well. I like to hear that. That's really, really good. Thanks for being here, Brandon. If you have any questions for me, man, you can DM me at any time. The biggest thing I think in trucking is not to get arrogant, not to think that you know everything. Try to work on, like pride and ego. That was my problem the first 2 years. So that would be my advice to you is, dude, there's always going to be something to learn. Always going to be something to learn. Let's see. That truck just got a bunch of dirt in here. Woo! Hey, on YouTube, yes, I am live. I'm in Beatty, Nevada. Let's see, Brandon said I was talking about myself. Oh, Brandon. My bad, dude. Okay. You were talking about yourself. I get it. Right on, man. Ooh, that's nice. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Let me close the blinds. I'll be right back. That's like way better for us, huh? Let me close my blinds here and just allow enough light in so we can rock and roll. Thanks for your patience, you guys. We'll start rocking and rolling. I want to read my white paper to you guys today. And I want you guys to tell me what you think. All right, let's see. How is this? Is this too dark? No, that's good, huh? All right. Hang on, guys. Guys and gals. Let's see what this looks like. How do we look? Hey! Wow, it actually works. All right. All right, let's see. Yeah, I never taught before, so kind of nervous. Hey, Brandon, don't be nervous, dude. You're teaching the next generation, man. You should be proud of that. I mean, other than the fact it's a lot of responsibility, and you're going to be teaching the next men and women that are out here on the road. So no pressure. But you know what? You have 2.5 million miles, bro. You're going to do fine. I know you're going to do great. I believe in you, man. I know you're going to do great. That's awesome. I want to teach too. Maybe another 10 years or so, 15 years. I think I'm going to attempt to do that as well. Maybe even run a trucking school. I don't know. We'll wait for some more people to get in here, and then I will read my white paper to you guys. Give me 1 sec, guys. I gotta find a cord to my iPhone, and then I'll be right back, okay? Don't go anywhere, please. Let's see. Man, I am a mess. I had to get on the road really fast today, so sorry, guys. I'm kind of unprepared. But I will be with you in 1 second. Is this the iPhone? No, that's not the iPhone. Oh, dude, I don't think I have an iPhone charger. Yeah. Okay, well, this really sucks. Let me see if I can find the old iPhone charger. I thought I had it right here. I'm gonna have to go to Best Buy tomorrow and just literally have all my cords ready, because this is not fun, especially being on a live. Oh well, we're just gonna let the iPhone die. One sec. Oh, I found it. What do you know, guys? I found it. That's awesome. I did not think I was gonna find it. That is so cool. Hey, how's everybody doing? How the hell is everybody doing? I am doing fantastic. I have a white paper ready to go. And check this out, you guys. I bought this. Well, you can't really see it, but it's an iPad just so I could read the news to you guys, just so I could read stuff off of it in the truck comfortably. And so when you guys ask me questions, I can look things up and we can figure this out and we can go for it. See, Brandon says, appreciate it. I figured now that's time. I'm home every night, so that's a plus. That's awesome, man. Good for you. Yeah, dude, it's time for me too. I'm just about done with over the road. I'm trying to get this Truckers Unite platform up and running, man. I would love to be a part-time advocate for truck drivers and their families, and I would love to be a part-time truck driver, which you and I know is 40 hours. So it'd be great to fight for truck drivers and their families part-time, and then the other part-time driving, you know? It'd be great. Even if I won the lottery, I'd still drive. I would. I'd still drive part-time. It's important what we do, you guys. It's very important what we do. Let's see here. Livestock is in the house. Welcome in, brother. How you doing? Menez just followed. Thank you. I appreciate the follow, sir. Thank you. Thank you. If you guys can, please share the live. Let's get this out there. Let's get some folks in here, and then we're going to read the white paper. We're going to read what I am going to tell my congressman and one of my senators next week when I meet them. We're going to try to save trucking. This is what I want all of us to do in all 50 states. We must save trucking on YouTube. We must save trucking. I need all of your help. What do you guys think? Is the American trucking industry, is it worth saving? Hey, on YouTube, drop it in the chat, a yes or no. Is the American trucking industry worth saving? TikTok, is it worth saving? Yes or no? What do you think? Is it worth saving? I think it is. Let's see, Brandon says yes. Okay, Brandon says yes. American truck driver says yes. Brandon says, I had to remember all of the in-cab inspections again. Yeah, right, because we've probably forgotten like 70% of them. That's all right, brother. Don't feel bad. We're all guilty of that. Rebel, welcome in. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate ya. Welcome in. Mr. Falsai, thank you for joining. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? My name is Vince. I am an American truck driver. I drove from Nevada to Washington, D.C. to attempt to talk to Trump to try to save trucking. The American trucking industry needs to be saved. We are getting paid horrible wages. We're tool time. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother. We're just getting completely crapped on, and it's time for change. 2025 and 2026 is the year that we're going to change things up. Ain't that right? Thank you, Rebel. Ain't that right? We're going to change things up, you guys. We're going to change things up. Just so everybody knows, we're going to go for 2 hours today. I hope that everyone can stay with us, but if not, that's okay too. I get it. We all got a lot to do. Brandon is about to be a teacher and teach young minds and young hearts how to commercial truck drive, how to properly be a professional truck driver. So everybody wish Brandon luck. Brandon's in the chat right now. Wish him luck. Monday is his first day, so 2 more days is his first day being a teacher in the trucking industry. So we wish Brandon a bunch of luck. Let's see, Tool Time says that we're gonna stick together. That's right, Tool Time. We are going to stick together. That's right. Let's see, Cisco Kid, have you ever thought about getting your own authority? I have thought about it, but the insurance alone would eat me up, and trying to get really good loads for the first 2 years doesn't sound fun. From what I hear, you don't get good loads for the first couple years. That's what I hear anyway. I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at. I'm leased to a owner-operator company, and I can't say who it is, but I am very happy with them. I don't know if I'll ever leave them, honestly. They treat me really, really good, and we do great together. They find me the work. Like, the work is unbelievable. I live off the load board. I have lived off the load board for 8 years, so either I'm really good or they have great freight, one of the two. I don't know. Let's see. Cisco Kid asks, how many years have I been in the industry? Total 11 years, 1.3 million miles total. Let's see. Brandon says, I also have to teach them to pump test. Yeah. Ain't that right? Hey, Brandon, funny story. You know, when I first received my CDL and I went to a company, and I'm not joking right now, I literally did not know how to hook up a truck to a trailer, a tractor to a trailer. I did not know how to put down the landing gear, hook up the pigtails, the truck and trailer airlines. I literally didn't know how to do that. I'm not kidding. So whose fault is it? Mine or the school's fault? Whose fault is that? I mean, I was there to learn how to drive a truck, right? So next to say the trainer at the first company I worked for was really awesome. They were patient with me. Let's see, Brandon says, I didn't either. I was told to just jump in and go, yeah. Well, 25 years ago, brother, I'm sure it was a lot different than 11 years ago, right? I'm sure it was a little different. Back then it was like fly or be eaten, you know. Figure it out or be eaten. Everybody that's here, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the likes, all the comments. Thank you. It helps push out the algorithm, so thank you. Those of you that have been here before, you already know this, but I am uniting all 3 million truck drivers. That is my ultimate goal. I do all of this for free. I don't get paid for any of this. I don't want to get paid for any of this. This is my way of giving back. This is me working for the Lord and giving back to you guys. My goal is to unite all 3 million truck drivers, and then once united, create a platform where none of us can sell out and we all have equal authority to make decisions in the trucking industry. There are way too many powerful people that are involved in the trucking industry that don't have our best interests, like the ATA, the TIA. I'm just going to say it. I say it raw. I don't care. You know, there are so many people that governing bodies that do not have the best interest of the driver. I will always fight for the truck driver. The truck driver is always my number one goal, period. So that's that. So on YouTube and TikTok, just so you both know, when I look over here at TikTok, it's because I'm looking at the people on YouTube. And YouTube, I'm looking at the people on TikTok. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful to either one of you. I'm just trying to make sure to actually respect your comments and try to read all the comments. Let's see, Brandon says, oh yeah, learn how to do those paper logs. Yep. Got to learn that all over again, huh? Let's see, Kate says, I was trained at CR England in the Redlands. Super strict, but my test driver fell asleep. My buddy worked for CR England, and he says it's one of the best training programs ever. He came straight out of the Marines, driving for the Marines, and then went straight to CR England, drove for them for years, became a trainer for years. And he says they're some of the best trip planners in the country. So I don't know much about CR England, but I hear pretty good things about them. If I had to guess, though, they don't pay enough, right? If I had to guess. Let's see. All right. Adam, thank you for joining. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for sharing the live, you guys. You guys are awesome. You're my heroes. Thank you for sharing. Let's get this out there. How's everybody doing? All right. Who wants to read the white paper? Let's just read it. What do you think? American Truck Driver, thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. Brandon is looking forward to his first class going... Wow, 10, you're going to have 10 people in it. Dude, that's pretty cool. Good luck, man. I'll be praying for you, man. Storm Chaser, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Hang on one second. Let me load this up, and then we'll rock and roll, guys. I can always read more later, too. All right, so this is my white paper. Tell me what you think. White paper for congressional staff. Restoring Equality and Accountability in the U.S. Trucking Industry, prepared by myself. October 2025. Executive summary. The U.S. trucking industry is facing a systematic breakdown that threatens supply chain integrity, drivers' livelihoods, and rural economic resilience. This paper outlines urgent reforms needed to address exploitative broker practices, regulatory misalignment, and the erosion of driver compensation and safety standards. It calls on Congress to center CDL certified driver in policymaking and enforce transparency across freight logistics. What do you guys think about that? That's pretty amazing, huh? All right, key challenges: decline in driver compensation. Real wages for truck drivers have dropped over 30% since the 1970s. ATRI 2023. Drivers absorb out-of-pocket costs for fuel, maintenance, and equipment, expenses that should be employer covered. And this is for a lot of company drivers that are telling me right now they're having to pay for more and more. Kate says, sounds great. Thank you. All right, let's see. Broker, let me turn this up, guys. Hang on, I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Broker exploration. Brokers routinely extract 60 to 70% of load revenue, leaving drivers with unsustainable margins. Practices include colding, bundling multiple shipments to maximize broker profit while underpaying carriers. 2, kickbacks, undisclosed side deals between brokers and shippers. Fact. Up-acute pricing apps used to suppress driver pay. Regulatory disconnect. Agencies like FMCSA, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, and ATA prioritize input from non-driving stakeholders, lawyers, investors, and consultants over CDL certified drivers. The revolving door between regulators and industry lobbyists perpetuates rules that harm drivers and undermine safety. Wow, this is really good. A friend of mine wrote this up for me based off what I said, and she did absolutely wonderful. Oh, Kate did not know that. Oh yeah, it gets better. Hang on, just hang on. It gets way better. All right, let's see. Broker transparency and direct freight reform. Mandate full disclosure of broker revenue and load pricing. Incentivize direct freight contracting to reduce intermediary exploitation. CDL testing and training standards. Ban third-party CDL testers and unregulated trucking schools. Brandon, this one's for you. Require one-on-one training, driving tests conducted by veteran drivers such as Brandon, okay? Station CMV examiners on site to oversee certification integrity. That's a big one. That's a really big one that we need. Hang on one second. Okay, let's see. Broker transparency and direct freight reform. Mandate full disclosure on broker revenue and load pricing. Incentivize direct freight contracting to reduce itinerary exploration. Oh, let's see, we already read that, sorry. Legislative opportunities. Congressional staff are encouraged to support bipartisan legislation on broker transparency and direct freight contracting. 1. Advocate for driver-led rulemaking panels with FMCSA. 2. Campaign universal benefit packages for long-haul drivers. 3. And actually, I'm going to change that to all drivers. 4. Engage rural stakeholders in oversight hearings on freight equality and regulatory reform. And then we have some references here with the Act research of 2025 trucking industry forecast. Yeah, and then there's some references here. ATA, okay. Anyways, that's just to get started. What do you guys think? And I will now read you mine. Let me get my paper, hang on. No, that's not it. Boy, everybody must be driving tonight, huh? Where'd everybody go? Where did everybody go? Strict. Yeah, Brandon, no kidding. When it comes to truck driving, we have to be strict, right? We should be, we have to be. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see. There can only be 185. What we're uniting is truck drivers. One driver at a time, 1 mile at a time. We are uniting truck drivers. Okay, Tool Time. Tool Time says, I think you have some good points. I would love to help you more. So, King, thank you for joining. So that's all based off, let's see, no more third-party DMV, CDL testers. Also, all trucking schools need to be stricter. They need to be longer and ran by truck drivers with a minimum of 2 to 3 million miles under their belt experience. Also, driving to be at least 4 or 6 months of training by an over-the-road veteran truck driver. After school is complete, before a new driver is allowed to drive a commercial motor vehicle. American lives are at risk, and it's a public safety risk to do anything less than the above. Enforce strict laws against schools. No more third-party testers. That's how the 3 people were unalived in Florida. Third-party DMV tester. So that person that gave that individual a CDL after just 2 weeks, because all they wanted was the $5,000, right? Just give me the money, give me the money. Let you go out on the road with a 80,000 pound vehicle, 75-foot torpedo, right? Crazy. Let's see, been out here 35 years. There can only be 185, has been out here 35 years. Wow, 3.5 million miles, there you go. Hang on 1 second, buddy, I got something for you. You guys even hear that? Okay, can everybody hear me okay? Or no? Oh, wait a minute. You guys can hear me okay? Did you hear the clap or no? That's really weird. I don't hear anything. Hang on 1 second. Man, I am just a mess today, y'all. All right, this is really weird. Nothing is working. Man, I will never do a live and okay, heard it fine. It's really weird, I can't hear anything. Oh, I guess it helps if I turn up the volume. Sorry, guys. All right, next. King, thank you for liking the live, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for sharing also. I really appreciate it. All right, here we go. Brokers are double, triple brokering before they even have a driver or a carrier. Direct freight only. There are too many people making money off the truck driver in America. Double and triple brokering destroys the truck driver's revenue to keep the equipment safe for the public. Direct freight only. Shipper to broker to driver. And that's it. King, thank you for liking the live. Bigfoot, welcome in, man. Glad you're here. Thanks for coming. All right, let's see. What else do we have? We have the American truck driver and their families have earned a better life for themselves for what they are currently making. A better life and a better revenue stream than what they are currently making. The truck driver takes all the risk and loses their time, health, and sacrifices for their family, all for America. They lose their time, their health, and a lot more. Trucking is 7 times more dangerous than being a police officer. Truckers miss birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, funerals, surgeries, all for the American people. 300 days a year they live in a truck the size of half of a bathroom. Imagine putting a twin-size bed in your bathroom, right, where your bathtub is, cutting it in half and then living there 300 days a year. That's what truck drivers do for America. And we love to do it, but we need to get paid more. We need medical and dental for our families. We need to make trucking great again, y'all. Truck drivers pay needs to go up at least 50% more. In the 1970s, we were making 3 times what we're making today. We need a minimum for company drivers, a minimum pay, and we need a minimum pay for owner-operators. Shippers and brokers are the reason we're not getting the pay we have earned. Cap brokers, cap DOT numbers, cap CDLs, and cap factoring companies. I don't know if you guys know what a taxi medallion is, but we need something similar to a medallion where there's only so many trucks allowed, there's only so many brokers allowed, there's only so many people allowed. If anybody wants to come up, I'll start taking people now. YouTube, welcome in. Yes, we are on TikTok as well. Yep, it's Truckers Unite Now. If you want to go over to TikTok, there's a lot more people over there, but feel free to stay on YouTube if you want. This is going to be a pre-recorded live for YouTube. Let's see. Griffith says minimum pay equals socialism. Okay, well, where's our free market with the ELD, the electronic log device? Tell me that. How are we free now with ELDs? That's not very fair, but I hear what you're saying, man. You know what? It's like there's no perfect answer, right? No matter what we do, there's not going to be a perfect answer. But I will tell you this. Truck drivers need to come first. They need to get paid first, and they need to get paid what they were in the 70s. I want to see truck drivers once again paying off their mortgage in 10 years. I want to see them saving for college money for their kids and their grandkids, medical and dental to be paid for them. You know, we wear out our bodies really, really fast. It's not right that, you know, the house we worked hard for 20 years now all goes towards medical because we destroyed our bodies. You know what I mean? Come on. Enough is enough already. What we do is so important. If truck drivers didn't move, America would literally collapse. It's that simple. Let's see. Cisco says, what is my expectations from the government? Whatever we want it to be. We are the government, and we tell the government what to do. There are representatives, right? This is a constitutional republic. In a constitutional republic, we the people govern the government. The government does not govern the people, all right? So what my expectations are from them is whatever I tell them to do. It's whatever you tell them to do, Cisco. It's whatever Kate tells them to do. It's what there can only be 185 tells them what to do, because we, the people, tell the government what to do, brother, not the other way around. Let's see. There can only be 185 says different times than in the 70s, things were cheaper. That's also true. Yeah, 30% inflation, right? So how come that 30% inflation is not coming to us, brother? That's a little odd, isn't it? Kate says your Social Security is socialism. Yeah, right? That is true. Kate is correct. See what I mean? There's always a tit for tat. There's always a tit for tat no matter what you do. That's why I am here fighting for the truck driver. That's why I'm here fighting for the American truck driver and their families, and that's it. At the end of the day, that's what I care about. That's who I want to see win, because we are the ones that are out there on the road taking all the risk and the anxiety. And for what? For what? To get by paycheck to paycheck right now? It's not cool. Enough is enough. We're going to get it. Hey, thank you for the follow. Molami, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, we got Brandon's coming in.
Oh, I didn't even know I was in.
Well, you're in now, brother. You're caught in my web now.
Man, I was over here messing with this stuff and everything. I'm like, wait a minute, where'd his voice go?
Yeah. Nice. How are you, brother? Welcome in.
Oh, man, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, I'm excited for my new job, but
yeah,
man, I'm this, man. I want to be good at it.
You will be, man. Come on, man. 25 years? How could you not be good at it? You're going to be great at it.
Man. Oh, man, I know. It's just I ain't never talked before. And I ain't never got in front of a class and was like, hey, you need to do this. You need to do that. You know?
Yeah, you know, from, Honestly, I can't believe, you know, when the lives get to be like 500, 600, sometimes they get to be like 500, 600 people in here. And I can't believe, like when I was at the White House, that I was talking to thousands of people and I couldn't believe I was doing it. It's just when you, I think when you, the more you start doing it, the more you get comfortable. So you're going to do great, man. You just gotta do it. You just got to do it. And you'll get there where you don't even think about it, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean they're saying saying I'm going to Schneider, so they're saying I can teach however I want to. So I mean I kind of want to teach like if you're gonna learn this stuff, and if you can't learn it, then you need, but then you're not gonna pass. I mean I
That's
don't know if
right.
that's too strict or not, but
I think it's strict, but don't you think it needs to be strict? Because if they can't get it, then who are they going to unalive out on the road? And that
right.
you literally have the power to scope those people out. And you know, you're only going to find 1 in 20, but that 1 in 20, it's important to get them off the road. Make sure they never start, right? If they can't do the job, they can't do the job. It's simple, you know.
Like, I'm like, I don't want to be that. That instructor that just lets somebody pass and then they go out there, wreck somebody off the road or hurt themselves, turn over their truck. I just don't want to do that.
Right.
I
Right.
want to be sure that you know what you're doing out there, because I mean we're supposed to be protecting the lives on the road. And we're supposed to be protecting our lives too.
That's right. That's right.
It's just one of those things where I'm passionate about it. I mean, I've been an owner operator for the past for the past 6, 7 years. Man, I can't believe I'm giving that up. But hey,
Oh
I mean,
man.
my truck's paid off, so I mean, if I wanted to run a little bit, I could run a little bit.
Well, you could do part-time, right? Do like 50-50, or you probably can't do that, huh? They probably need you full-time, right?
Yeah, it's full time. Full time, like we don't work on the weekends, so I might can do a short load, just somewhere once in a while.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, you're gonna do great, man. You're gonna do absolutely great. I know you will.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, man. I appreciate the praise from it, man. I felt like it was time for me to step up my game, you know. Because man, I see people all the time, like at truck stops and on the road, man. They're just not paying attention. Everybody's too big in a hurry. And at the truck stops, you got people who can't back up correctly because their trainer didn't teach them how to back up correctly, and
Yep.
they go ahead and knock off somebody's bumper.
Man, it's insane, isn't it? Yep. You would think we'd be much more strict with this type of equipment. It's just insane how it even got to this point, you know.
We're teaching people how to drive an 80,000 pound vehicle down the road. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be strict.
Right. Right.
If
Yeah,
anybody
man.
wants to come to Schneider, you know, out there, hey, come on, let's go.
There we go, Brandon. If anybody wants to get to Schneider, there's your connection. Go follow Brandon and yep, and go over to Schneider. Sorry, man. I'm trying to hook up my light right now. I didn't think it was going to get this dark this fast, but I'm sadly mistaken. So, you know, what are we going to do? So where how long was your school, Brandon?
To be honest with, I'm in my school right now, or my supposed school 25 years ago.
Yeah, 25 years ago when you first started. Yeah.
To be honest with you, I just went to the DMV. My dad was a truck driver, so he let me borrow his truck, and so
Oh wow.
back 25 years ago, you could just go to the DMV and get your CDL.
Easy peasy, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, not really, because back then my dad, he owned it was like a 1986 Peterbilt. Man, that was like a 20 speed. So I mean, it wasn't exactly easy peasy, but I made it though.
Yes.
Him with the state troopers was like, "Man, you're grinding gears. I'm sorry."
Well, back then people had more common sense too than they do now.
Oh yeah.
So,
No.
yeah, I don't know, man. What are we gonna do?
Oh yeah, they was 20 speeds, 18 speeds. I mean, they had them all back in the day. I think nowadays, I think they only go up to 18. I haven't really saw a 20 speed in a minute.
Right. Well, nowadays I think it's no 10 speeds. What I learned on it's just a 10 speed, man. You know.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, like back in my day, I mean, my first truck was a 1991. What the one? Well, no, it wasn't a 91. It was like an 80 something. With the little stick shift little truck.
Right. That's awesome. You sound like you got a cold, man. You need some rest, some water, and some rest.
I'll be all right. My wife was like, "Hey, man, you need to get you some rest. You're over coughing and stuff." And I'm like, well, really, I'm having to stay up because I'm like I'm starting my class, so I'm trying to write all my notes down, what I want to do in the class, what I want the topics to be, and all that. So I'm trying to get all that.
Nice.
Like a plan.
Yeah, nice. Well, do you have any? When I meet my congressman and my senator next week, do you have any words of wisdom? What would you like to see? What's the number one thing you'd like to see changed in the trucking industry?
Oh man.
I know there's 1,000, but just pick one of the most irritating ones that you'd like to see.
One of the most irritating ones I would have to say is when I get on a load board and they're posting. Went to one of them especially because I went on it because I couldn't find a better rate, but I went on a load from Florida all the way to North Dakota, and they was paying $1,100.
Wow.
So with the operating cost and with the tolls and the maintenance and everything, if there was maintenance, I really wasn't making that much.
It's a joke, huh?
Yeah.
Absolute
very
joke.
Much so. I remember that load because it made me mad because I only had $425 out of it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? Things are so bad. It's not even worth it anymore. What's the point?
Right.
That's why I started doing this. Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Hey, man, I come on your live every time I see you, man. Man, I gotta talk to you every time.
Right on, man.
Yes,
sir. Well, thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you coming up. We're gonna see what Tool Time has to say. I appreciate you, man, and good luck on Monday. All right,
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
You're gonna get her done, man. Good job. All right. Take
Sir,
care.
I appreciate you. Anybody want to come to Schneider? Come on down.
Yeah, all righty. All right, brother. Later. See ya. All right. Bye-bye. There you go. If anybody wants to go to Schneider, there's your connection. If you're new to driving and you wanna go to a decent school, I think Brandon will treat you right. Tool time. Tool the Toolman Taylor, right? No.
It's Tim the Toolman.
Tim the Toolman Taylor. That's right. And your name's Tim, right?
And my last name's Alan, so there you go.
Oh my gosh. Can't make this stuff up. What's up, brother? How you been?
I've been good, thank you.
Good.
Man, kudos to Brandon. I hope you do well with that. That's great. An experienced guy to teach people how to drive. That's fantastic. And that's the best way to learn is from somebody who's been out there and done it. It's so much better that way.
Yes.
And I especially like a lot of the community colleges do programs now where you can take a class, but it's not a 2-week class. It's something where you actually take a semester learning how to drive. And they do a remarkable job, especially even down here in Houston. Houston Community College. I think
Oh wow.
HCC. They have a great program. They've got nice trucks. They get out there. They do a lot of book studying. They get out there. They practice a lot. They drive a lot. They don't just throw them in a truck for a week and say, okay, now you're ready to take your test. They actually put them through the paces. So
wow.
It's remarkable what the community colleges have really done with the driver training, and I hope more people look that route. But
Right.
I know Brandon's going to do fantastic. He's got the experience, and that's just phenomenal.
Positivity, I love it. Yeah.
But you had mentioned what to say to your to your representatives and congressmen.
Yes.
And it's kind of like eating an elephant. You know, you can only do it one bite at a time. It's like, how much can you do at one shot? So do you want to start out trying to take all of it at once, or do you want to try and do a little at a time to try and reform what we think we can? And I guess that's where my focus really kind of comes into. All of this mess, if you will, kind of started back in the 80s, and I'm not going to say anything about presidents and past presidents and what they did or didn't do. But
we'll be here all night.
There was a section where we had some deregulation, and when that started, everything kind of went downhill. Because before that, everything was set. The prices were set, the market was set, and everything kind of curtailed to that. And in order to make it more economically viable for people, they wanted to drop the rates. And so they did something unique, and they deregulated our industry. But when they did that, they didn't put any kind of buffers in there to kind of slow things down and not take off like rockets.
Gotcha.
And things just went chaotic. People started taking advantage of anybody and everybody, and it just became a greed-driven industry now. Whereas before, everybody kind of shared with what the market could take. Now it's to the point where the driver is the one that has taken it the worst.
Yes.
And everybody else has just profited enormously from it.
Yes.
Double brokering and triple brokering are actually illegal. That's not supposed to ever happen. That's
right.
Not the way the regulations were ever written.
Now, is that a law or is that a rule? That's a law, right? It's regulation. Okay.
It is in the Green Book.
Okay.
If you look at the way it's written, that's exactly how it is supposed to be. You're not supposed to be able to double broker because you're actually taking a load from a load. You're taking a load from a broker who's taking another load from a broker. Broker can't broker to another broker. Broker
right.
can only broker to either the shipper, the driver, or the consignee. And it's the only three that are supposed to have any play in that.
Right.
The broker is supposed to be the intermediary between you, the driver, or the owner and operator, and the customer, whomever that be, whether it be the shipper or the consignee. The consignee may order something and use a broker to get it shipped. The shipper may use a broker to get something moved. It depends on how the bill is written, whether it's freight on board or not.
Okay.
And that's another one of those fine legality things you have to really research in order to understand it a little bit better. But you're not supposed to be able to take a load that a customer gave you and then rebroker it.
Makes sense.
That is against all of the regulations, not how that rule is supposed to go.
Right.
The transparency rule was supposed to keep everybody honest, but nobody enforced it, and nobody's going to enforce it. Nobody ever will enforce it. That's just kind of it's just never going to happen. There's just way too many lobbyists that go against us for that to ever take place. So the load is what the load is. You get paid what you get paid. You either accept it or you don't. And the market will dictate whether we accept it or we don't. But if you remember, not that long ago, COVID. No, I can't say that word.
Oh, Tim, the Toolman Taylor, come right back, brother.
I am so sorry.
You're good, man. You're good, Tim. It's our mommy and daddy telling us what to do again. Just so everybody knows, you can't say certain keywords on here like pew pew. You can say that. You can't say the other one. We had the flu of 2019. You can say that. Mental health things. You can't say those words. Anyway, Fan Dog, welcome in. How you doing, brother? Welcome in.
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? What's on your mind?
So, a couple things. I mean, the broker thing doesn't, I guess we can sit and fight about that all we want to, but what I get, what really jumps up my backside anymore is we've got supposedly better trucks than we had in the 30s when they wrote the first round of DOT regs and that kind of thing. We've got better trucks. They're more comfortable, more technologically advanced. If I go to California and I live there and I truck there, I can work up to 80 hours a week. Same
Right.
thing in Alaska, and there's a handful of other states that if you're intrastate, you can work. Wyoming's one of them, and that's where I'm from.
Oh, okay.
So,
Nice.
you know, my deal is why don't we revamp some of these DOT regs to make it, you know, I mean, instead of so much revenue driven, and now that we've got electronic logs and just about everything out there on the road, why can't we get more hours a week so that we're not right up against the clock trying to get home? They're already trying to change some stuff. Duffy's gonna propose some stuff here coming up, I think, in the next week or so. But, you know, if we had a few more hours a week, I don't think we need 30 more hours a week, but if we had 10 more hours a week, and maybe some more flexibility, like what Duffy's gonna submit or propose this next couple of weeks.
Yes.
You know, I think it'd be a little bit easier out here on us. I think at the end of the day, maybe if a guy had 10 more hours a week, maybe you wouldn't have to dodge so many semis in the Love's parking lot, or
Right.
the TA parking lot, or something like that, because these guys can't seem to do 65 on the big road, but by God, they can do 105 in the parking lot, right? We can agree on that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So you know, I think we've got the right guy heading up the Department of Transportation at this point, and I think if we get some more people involved, Lummis from my state, and maybe a handful of more congressmen and senators, that we can actually propose some changes to our industry that might be able to slow some of these things down, some of these drivers down in these parking lots, and maybe make things a little bit easier, because we're all used to a 70-hour week now. But then I think, well, we get 5 years down the road with an 80-hour work week, and then is there a guy like me with 45 years of experience coming out here and talking to you and saying, hey, you know, if we had 10 more hours, you know,
Well,
you see
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Why is the goal to work ourselves to the grave? Like, who came up with this idea, you know, for truck drivers to work so hard that they only make it to 62 years old? Who came up with this? I mean, I have a better idea. How about we work 30 to 40 hours a week, enjoy 3 days off, and make 3 times more money? How about that? You know?
And look, I agree with that too.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is, when you live in Wyoming and you go to Georgia or you go to Jersey or you go all over the country,
It takes time. Yeah.
It's really hard to get back.
Yes.
In 4 days, get out and back in 4 days. You can't do it.
Well, I got a better plan. How about just go back to paper logs like we had, you know, 8-9 years ago, and you punish the people that violate it, abuse it, or end up doing something, you know, driving crazy or hurting people on the road. Hold those people accountable. Stop holding the entire group accountable. Because I'll tell you this, right now, when I have hours available, if I'm tired, I don't just drive tired. I pull over, I take a nap. You know what I'm saying? Even if I have hours left. And then there's times where I'll wake up and I have to wait 2 hours before my reset, but I'm amped, ready to go, just staring at the sky, and I can't move. So we're all adults here. We don't need a mommy and a daddy telling us when we can and can't drive, period, end of story. Where's the freedom in that? Where's the freedom in an ELD, period, end of story? That's what I say. Get rid of the ELD and let us be adults. You know?
You know, I think you sign your freedom away when you sign on the bottom line for your CDL. That's just my take on it.
I think you're right. I've
had a Class A since I was 16 years old. Okay, so we filed a hardship, took the test in a 1-ton pickup with a 40-foot hog trailer on the back of it.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
got
cool.
got grandfathered in
Yeah.
throughout the whole deal. And so I've instructed and so on and so forth. And I'm, I don't want to work that hard anymore, but I haul commodities.
Right.
So I'm in the ag exempt circle probably 3, maybe 4 times a week.
Nice.
And when those days inside that circle turn into 1,000-mile days, because you're coming into the circle, doing your business, going out of the circle, getting back on the log, and that turns into a 1,000-mile day. At 60 years old, I feel them 1,000 miles, but I can still do it.
Right.
But that lifestyle is not for everybody out here. It's not this cookie cutter lifestyle. One size does not fit all. So I do agree with what you're saying. And the bad actors seem to fall through. The bad actors in this industry seem to fall through the cracks.
They do
more than they don't.
Yeah, they get away with what they're doing anyway. So it's like, you're just punishing the good ones out here. The ones of us that are following the laws. It's just like the pew pew laws. It's the same thing. You're just punishing law-abiding citizens. You're not getting anywhere. It's like, as human beings, we want to force people to do what we say, and we think that we can actually do that with contracts, with laws, with rules, and we could do a pretty good job at keeping people inside the fence, can't we? But try it with your kids or your grandkids. Try to make it 100% where they listen to you and see how that works out, right? How's that work out with your kids? Do they listen 100%? Good luck. Yeah. My 14-year-old right now is driving me mad, literally crazy. He is driving me nuts. Just the will of a person, right? The fighting rebel, the fighting, what do you call it? Like when someone doesn't want to listen, it's rebellion. Yeah, obstinance or rebellion, right? We have a rebellion spirit. So it's like, just let people be rebellious, and if they go outside the lines, then hold them accountable. Throw their asses in jail.
Well, and I don't know what's happened as far as this explosion in the last 15, 18 years of these non-domiciled CDL holders and the guys that don't speak English and those kind of things, but they couldn't hold a line on the road to save their own life, let alone to prevent taking somebody else's.
That's right.
And I don't understand that. And how come they're allowed at 75, 80 miles an hour with no experience to run down the road like that, and they're not pulled over more than they are? And I mean, look, it's thinning out, and things are looking up.
They are.
Traffic-wise, that kind of stuff.
Sean Duffy.
But we still have a long ways to go.
We do. Well, listen, brother, I want to get told there's some other people that want to get in. So I'm meeting with my congressman and my senator for the state of Nevada next week. What would you suggest? What would be the number one thing you think you would want me to focus on? Oh,
I think we revamp some hours of service regs and on I-15 northbound in Nevada, I say that you guys put a ramp back in at that checkpoint there south of town. That is the most ridiculous pile of garbage. Or put a light up there or something to where when you get back out on that frontage road that you can go to the interstate and get on, or put a big roundabout there or something.
Right.
When they have that northbound port open, it is a pain in the ass to get in there and then get back out on that frontage road and get back down to the ramp for the freeway.
Right.
So they need to revamp that somehow, and I think you probably know where I'm talking about.
I do. So just so you know, brother, that's my number. I have two main goals in my life over the next 15 years. A, to unite all 3 million American truck drivers, and B, to put us back in the seats of Congress, Senate, back into government, back into each one of our states, all these trucking associations and these groups. It's like, if you do your research, you'll find out. Even the Nevada Truckers Association, when I went to my congressman, they go, oh yeah, do you know Paul Emos? And I'm like, no, I don't know. Who is that? Oh, he's been in the trucking industry forever, and he talks to your congressman all the time, and they're best buddies. And then so I start doing my research, because I just started all this about 2 months ago, just so you know. So I start doing my research, and I'm learning about this Paul Emos. Well, guess what? Let me ask you a question. You think he's a truck driver? Yes or no? What do you think? And
I bet he's not.
He's not a truck driver. So do you see the disconnect and why things have gotten so bad? Because there are no truck drivers in any of these positions. And you know what? It's our fault. It's our fault for not getting involved. So that's my attempt, is to get drivers more involved. Like, hey, drivers, if we want a better life, we have to do the work. We're gonna have to put our keys up 20%. Right now, I'm on a low, dude. I'm still sitting here in Nevada. I gotta be to Texas by Monday. So I'm doing this 2-hour live just to try to inspire people and get us in the seats that we need to be in. You know what I'm saying? So I'll keep.
I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I do see what you're saying, and you're right, and I've said that for years. But whatever happened to Trump's first term, where he got in and he says, listen, for every one regulation that we bring in, we need to scrap 2 regulations, right? That never really came to fruition. And we really need that in this Green Book. This Green Book is out of control. It's out of control, the stupid shit that's in that Green Book.
Well, guess what though, brother? Listen, if you or I are not at FMCSA when they're making all these regulations and these laws, then who can we blame for that? Then again, the FMCSA, I'm also learning the FMCSA, guess what? The head of FMCSA right now, is he a truck driver? Yes or no? No. Shocker, right? The last guy 6 months ago, was he a truck driver? No. Shocker, right? He was an attorney. The current guy is a DOT safety guy, Dan Barnes, which is, it's great. He knows a lot about truck safety, but he's not a truck driver, right? And I'm not being prejudiced here, but how can you be at the head of all the other heads under DOT, under Sean Duffy, the FRA, Federal Rail Administration, guess what? Train engineer. He's an ex-train engineer. The FAA, Federal Air Administration, guess what? A pilot. Right? These are all men and women that have done the job for 20, 30, 40 years. Like you, like Tool Time. Like you got to have to me, for someone to be in charge in politics or a government leader, you should have ran that department or been involved in that department yourself through all your younger years. And now that you're older and you're like an elder, you're 55, 60 or older, you should have done that most of your life if you want to be able to talk about it, right?
I said that for years about dispatchers. How in the hell can you dispatch a truck and you don't know what it's like to be behind the wheel? So I never have understood that, but these big companies in the past, these big mega carriers, and then I'll let you go.
Yeah.
They have decided that they can get these entry-level college students or college graduates into these positions where they're dispatching trucks, they're in safety positions, this and that and the other thing. And
yes,
they do the most horrible job in the world because they don't have any skin in the game.
Well,
that's what it's all about.
That's what's happening now. We have a bunch of people in their 20s making millions of dollars. They've found out genius ways to make millions of dollars off the people that actually work for a living, like us, right? So instead of me making $200,000 a year, I'm making $100,000. This is just for example. Instead of making $200,000 a year, I'm making $100,000 a year, and my actual energy, half of my energy is going towards a kid that just found out a smart way to steal my money. That's what he's doing. Like, everybody should be paid, yes, but the person doing the work should get the majority of the reward. Risk equals reward, right? So if you're sitting at home on a computer all day, clean and comfortable in your little, 70-degree house, regardless what season it is, you don't get to make millions of dollars. What are we going to do in 100 years if everybody's just at home sitting there not doing any actual work? It's not going to work. It's going to collapse.
Well, I'll tell you, within 30 or 40 years, brother, I'm not going to give a shit because I'm going to be dead. So.
Well.
Right.
We're all going there one day, right? Yeah.
And then everybody
That's
get
good.
out of here alive, man. But anyway,
All right, brother.
Bud, you have a good night, okay? Thank you very much.
Yeah, you too. I followed you, by the way. Thanks for coming in, brother. Take
right.
care. All right.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, now, Tim, we gotta make our mommy and daddy happy. Watch what you say, brother, all right?
Yeah, and I totally lost my train of thought. I was so enjoying the last guy. He was spot on too. Pat really had it down there. He nailed it. He
Right.
really did.
Right.
And his point about hours of service, if I could expand on that would be my thing. I would ask you to go to your congressman and your representative.
Okay.
It's the hours of service. Let's have the flexibility back to what it was when we ran paper logs. And what I mean by that is, when I'm tired, let me go to sleep. Sleep when I'm tired. Let me sleep until I wake up, and then let me go ahead and drive until I'm tired again.
That's right.
Don't tell me I need to sleep between this hour and that hour, or because I've been sitting around half the day, but my clock started because I did a pre-trip this morning. Now I'm screwed, and I can't just do what I need to do.
Yes. Yes.
It needs to be really flexible because everybody is different. I may sleep 6 hours a night. You may sleep 8 hours a night. The next guy may sleep 7 hours a night. No two people sleep exactly the same.
Yes.
And you can't paint that with such a broad brush that you can't allow that flexibility. So that, well, if I I can't do an 8-2 split or a 7-3 split.
That's
what
right.
If I only want to do a 6-4 split. What if I come into, and I'm going to use this because it's what I know, Houston traffic today, okay? It's a Saturday. Morning time is beautiful right up until about 9-10 o'clock, and then the traffic gets horrendous. Well, I know it's going to be backed up. I see there's all kinds of accidents. The GPS is telling me it's red everywhere through Houston. What if I want to just take a nap until 6 tonight and then drive the rest of the night until I get over to wherever I got to go?
Yes. Yes.
Why can't I do that? Why is it that I have to follow these archaic, ridiculous regulations on when I'm allowed to drive and when I'm not allowed to drive? So now I have to burn my clock, drive when I'm tired because that's the only time I'm allowed to drive, and now I put more people at risk.
Right.
If we're going to preach anything, we got to preach what's our number one goal. We don't want anybody to die.
Public safety. Public safety, number one, for sure.
Be safe.
For sure.
And the second part of this, on what I would actually say is, stop giving the stupid driving tests in any other language but English. That's the only language it should be. It should never be in Spanish. It shouldn't be in Chinese. It shouldn't be in Swahili. It shouldn't be in anything but English. Everything in the United States is written in English.
I agree.
All your maps are in English. I mean, it's just how it is. So why are we giving a test in whatever native language somebody comes from another country? They should be. That's my soapbox.
That's a little loud, huh? That kind of cut you off. Sorry about that.
No, it was good. It was good. I'm glad you got it working right for you.
Yeah. It's almost like I feel like I'm 8 again with this ELD, and I'll tell you how it happened. The mega carriers were at the meeting when they were making it. The mega carriers were there. We were not there. There were lobbyists there for the mega carriers because they want to slow us down. You and I are 86%. Jim's in here, by the way. I don't know if you follow Jim. He does a lot of good content out of Florida about, being positive, being healthy. He does a lot of great content. And he's always talking about that too. Just, doing the right thing, just being a patriot, being a human, protecting public life, loving people, just doing the right thing, being a true professional, right? And I'll tell you what, these computers, I don't think they're ever going to figure them out to where they can surpass humans. I don't think that that's possible because our schedules as truck drivers are so all over the board. Sometimes I need to work 12 hours to get in and out of LA to miss traffic, right? So I'm not exhausted the next day. Some days I only get to sleep 6-7 hours because of the appointment times. So all these ELDs do is completely screw up all of our scheduling, our trip planning. Like let the adults be adult. I'm an adult. I'm not 8 years old. I'm not under my mom and dad's authority anymore. You know what I mean? I can get around. I have 1.3 million safe miles. I've been all over the 48 states, just like you, just like many of you watching. I don't need someone to tell me when to go to sleep and when to wake up, right?
But who's our HR department?
Yeah.
Ultimately, who is our HR department?
FMCSA?
That's it. They set up all the regulations as to how to hire us. Now they've got people in a company that will onboard you, yes, but they have to follow all those regulations. Did they have all the experience written down? Do they have? You got to go back 10 years. You got to research 3 years. You got to make sure it's verifiable. You got to. The government set up our HR.
Right.
So
right.
really, in essence, the government's our HR.
But would you agree with me that, see, so many people are afraid of the government, and they truly believe today in 2025, I would say probably 80% of the nation is afraid of the government, and they believe that the government controls them, when in actuality, the Constitution says that the government is governed by we the people. We the people tell our representatives, our voted in or our elected officials, we tell them what to do. So if we don't tell them what to do, they're just going to do whatever they want to do or what other people tell them what to do. I think that's where the disconnect has come from in the trucking industry. Brokers tell them what to do. Mega carriers tell them what to do. Instead of
follow the money. It's all
that too.
Follow the money.
That too.
It's who's lining whose pocket as to how they're going to vote. That's just how it always has been, and that's how you get certain people that come in there and make $200,000 a year, and then somehow or another, or $175,000 a year, and suddenly in 2 years' time they're multimillionaires. Well, gee, I wonder how that happened. I mean, come on.
Right.
But I'm not going to get into the politics side of it because I've got my own jaded views, and it's just that won't go down the right road, the right demographic that we want to go down.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I really do think if we could just enforce the laws we have before we create more and get rid of the ones that don't make any sense, we would be so much further ahead. Vat really had it down. I mean, look what that guy said. He really has it down pat. You know, get rid of the old laws before you put new ones in place. Let's work what we're able to work. You know, and the only person that's going to be able to tell you when you're tired or not is you.
Yes.
Not some DOT guy in a scale house. Just because the book said that's when you're supposed to be tired. I'm not tired.
Yes. Right. Right.
Or I am tired and I need to take a nap, but I can't because my rule book says I can't.
Yep. Yep.
And, you know.
And then you miss your load, you miss your delivery, and 40 employees were waiting on your product to do their job for 8 hours. So who are we helping? We have a very unique job. Our career path is not like other people's. It's very different. There's so many different hours and situations that are going on, weather, traffic. There's just so many different breakdowns. There's so many different things going on. And what about factory breakdowns? What about people calling in to those factories, right? How many times have you been on a dock because they don't have enough people to load because 3 people called in, right? That's not the shipper's fault. That's just shit happens. And so now you already started your clock. Well, now you waited there 6-7 hours. Well, now you only have 5 hours to drive, and traffic screwed you up. Right? You're coming out of LA. So it goes on and on and on. We have to have the ability. You know, it's funny because the government is the biggest hypocrite I know. And I'll tell you how. And I'm just going to say this. During the cold of 2019, I was given, and I was one of the many that ran during that time. And there was one load, I won't say where it was, let's just say it was coast to coast, and it was for the government. They had some supplies that were really needed desperately. Well, I was given a piece of paper that said, within reason, as long as I didn't drive recklessly, get it there. If you need to drive 15 hours a day, get it there and fast, right? Don't, in other words, just don't reckless drive, but get it there. And I did, right? But so at that time, when they need it, it's okay for me to be strong and have a strong backbone. But if I need to support my family, my children, my grandchildren, well, right? I'm just saying. No, Vince, follow the law. I mean, come on, man.
That's always been the case. FEMA can
supersede
everything, and it's like we can do anything in a natural natural disaster or hurricane relief or flood relief or whatever, then all bets are off and we can do whatever we need to do.
Right.
Well, you know, you would think it's a major thing, but what if I'm hauling a load of milk? And there's, you know, all these people that need that product in order to stock the shelves, in order to keep people going, or that load of gasoline, or the load of diesel fuel.
Then we do what we have to do. Soldiers in World War II were given meth to keep going so that they wouldn't lose their life. I mean, and I agree with that. If I'm 19 years old and I need to march 3 days, you know, to get out of a bad situation, give me the drug to get out of there just for that one time, right? But we do what we got to do, man. You know?
Unfortunately, we can't rewrite all of that. And again, you're fighting such an uphill battle that when I go back to what I was saying originally, we were talking about, you know, the market and what it can bear and what it can't bear. When the chips were down, they needed us to run really hard back in the big flu. You know, the money was there. And that's where all these overnight trucking companies, a lot of them in Chicago, unfortunately, but they all developed out of that, and they all started coming into play because there was a lot of money to be made.
Right.
Now the market switched, and now everybody's out working again, and things are flowing like it normally was, and it's not upside down, and the market went the other direction. It's just, you know, the market is what the market is. I don't think you can regulate it to the point where we're actually all going to make $300,000 a year. It's not obtainable.
Right.
Not unless wages went up dramatically in order to cover the costs. And that's the problem. I don't think the American people as a whole could absorb the costs that it would take to get it to that point. But I think a little bit at a time, we can get it back to where it should be. I think that's kind of where my focus with what I was trying to say was, I think if we stop trying to reinvent the wheel, more or less, if we just did a little bit at a time, we can change the regulations to where it's more obtainable and more doable for us. We can get more money per mile. We can do better and live a better lifestyle. Then, I hate to say this, I know people that they really do. They struggle to pay their bills all the time, and they're out there. They're sacrificing everything. They've sacrificed their families, their lives, their health. They've missed birthday parties and Christmases and Thanksgivings and holidays and their kids' recitals and all this kind of stuff just to make a living, just to keep a roof over their head.
Yep.
Why are we at the bottom of the barrel? I get where you're going with this. Is why I'm so strong with you as far as what you're trying to achieve. I really but unfortunately, I don't think we can do it all in one swoop of a pen. I think it's going to take a little bit at a time and try to ease our way into it, because we didn't get here overnight. I don't think we can change it overnight.
I think you're right. I think when I meet with my representatives, I think I'm going to tell them all of the major issues, and then I'm just going to focus on one thing. That way, because you have to spoon feed people things sometimes, right? If you say too much, people get like, whoa, what do you want me to do? Build Rome in a day? Like, you're just too much. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Did you know that, let's see, I just learned this. Actually, Coffee with Bob taught me this. So out of our, out of our 435 Congress members, 68 of those members are on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. And they are heavily involved in the trucking industry because it's a $1 trillion business a year. And then as far as our senators, our 100 senators, there's 28 that are heavily involved with the Transportation and Science Committee. So I think that's my next form of, like right now, I'm meeting my representatives in Nevada. I don't know if they're on that list or not, but if they're not on that list, I'm wasting my time, right? If they're not specializing in trucking, what am I doing? It's a waste of time. So I think I'm going to try to do that tomorrow or Monday and then go after,
They can also talk to those that are on that committee, and they can say, hey, I support what you're doing, I had a constituent that really backs what's going on here. Well, how can I get involved more? And,
Right.
you know, again, it's a little at a time, And
Yes.
I really do think that you know, unfortunately, there are a lot of influences, and when I speak of certain trucking organizations, and they've always been, and you talked about ELD, Warner was the prima donna. They were the ones that started the ELD. They got it all in their trucks before anybody else did.
Of course they
were
did.
the exempted ones to go through the scale without a paper log because they had the ELDs. They started this whole thing. I don't think I called it an ELD then. I called it an EBOR, on-board electronic recorder or something like that. And that's where it started from, was CL Warner.
Right.
And again, if you could slow your competition down, well, then you don't have a competition anymore, do you?
Right. Right.
So
Well,
again, a money grab.
yeah.
A money grab. And unfortunately, that's what makes the world go round.
Well, like I said, if we can hang up the keys 20% of the time, I think we can outsmart and outwit all these people. It's just we're so busy looking through glass all day long that we're so exhausted at the end of the day with our strong spines that there's nothing left. I mean, I'm going to be driving till 3 or 4 in the morning tonight because of this live, right? Like, it's exhausting. On top of a family, on top of work, I'm also doing this, right? It's like, it's a lot. But just look at the small dent I did. Sean Duffy said I was a small part of getting Sean Duffy himself to realize that, hey, we have an issue here with non-domicile CDLs. So that's what I'm nobody special. I'm just a guy that's getting involved, right? I'm just a normal guy like everybody else getting involved though. So if I can inspire other drivers, and you're doing it right now, we're inspiring 34 people. I've had so many people DM me like, wow, that was really inspiring. I'm going to get involved. I'm going to contact my senator and my congressman. I didn't know you could do that. It's like, yeah, I didn't know either. I'm 47 years old. First time I ever been to the White House was 2 months ago. Hell, I just realized since high school, I have forgotten all government, everything. I just remember as of 2 months ago that we have 100 senators. And I'm not too proud to say it. As long as we learn it and we go somewhere with this, let's get involved. Let's change the industry. Let's make it better for ourselves because we're the ones that dominate and run this industry. We're 90% of the industry. We take a lot of risk out here. We deserve much, much better reward than what we're getting right now. Way better.
Somebody once told me, and it was a very, very bright person that told me this. They said, 2 eyes are great, 4 eyes are better, 100 eyes. You get all these different pieces and bits of feedback, and you can incorporate them all in what you're trying to say. And everybody, as a group together, can present something much more than one person individually. And I think part of our industry is we always have just kind of relied on one guy to kind of take the torch and run and try and do something with it. But we didn't all input like we should. And I think that's where we really need to go. Let's all be involved in input and help you, since you seem to be the one with the torch, get you across that finish line. Let's get you there and say what we want to do, and let's put it all together in one cohesive segment so that when you present it, it sounds like, holy cow, why didn't we think of this before?
Right. And then when we get to that point, let's put into place something similar to our forefathers where none of us can sell out, where I couldn't sell out. Does that make sense? To where if somebody came up to me and said, Vince, here's $20 million, erase all your social media, stop talking to people, here's $20 million, okay? Because I'm a human, I'm just like anybody else, right? I can be tempted too. Now, I want to think that I'm not that guy, but I've also never been offered $20 million, have I? So, how can we, you get what I'm saying, right, brother? So how can we protect ourselves from ourselves? That's what the Constitution is. It protects us because they knew what Britain was like. They knew if you read the Constitution carefully, okay? If you read the whole book, right? Oh, wrong way. If you read the whole book, right? you'll learn that it's really similar to the Bible in the way of it protects us from our own selfish flesh, our own hearts that are naturally rebellious, naturally greedy, naturally angry and hateful, and all those nasty emotions that we're all capable of. So I want to go all the way with this. I don't want this to ever happen to another man again. This sucks what I've been through the last 4 or 5 years. It sucks. You know?
Say this, with as many diversified voices that we have in the trucker, with as many diversified drivers that we have, I don't think you can get away with trying to pull a wool over anybody's eyes, because there's too many of them that will catch you at it and call you out on it.
This is true. If I do sell out, I better just hide under a rock the rest of my life. You're not wrong.
Move off the planet. Go to Mars.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, listen, brother.
Have a great night. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. I appreciate you, brother. Come back and see us soon, okay?
Take care, buddy.
All right, man. See you later, Tim. All right, you guys. Tim, the Toolman Taylor. John, what's going on, brother? How are you? Or Joel.
I'm all right, man.
Joel, sorry.
Joe Hall.
Joe Hall. How are you, man?
Yeah, hey, good, man. You came in on live the other day, man. I think it was last week, and I think you had no evidence that day, man. You wanted to talk.
Was it the Indian live and I was breaking up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How you doing, man?
Good. How you doing, brother?
Oh, good. Hang on, buddy. Hang on.
You know, if you go to my page, I did the video. We went to the DOT office and spoke with the senior officials there. They have no clue what we're trying to show them, man, on the road boards and stuff, how the brokers are treating us. All the trucker needs to be united. They need to have a seat in there, man. All the big companies got a seat in there. They get their money, they get the rules and regulations, pass whatever they need to know. We as an independent contractor, I've been in trucking for 28 years.
Okay.
As an independent contractor, owner operator, right?
Okay.
I've seen trucking change.
Yeah.
That really goes to the foreigners too, you know, not just Indians.
Right.
But we need to unite. We need to go to a DOT office where you speak to someone that he doesn't, you know, Billy, right?
Joel, I'm having a really hard time hearing you, brother. I'm having a really hard time hearing you.
Can the other people put on Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yep, go ahead.
You know who Billy Randolph is, right?
Billy who?
Billy Randolph.
Billy Randolph.
Movement for Justice.
I don't know who that is, no.
Lee and Lisa.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Man, I'm trying to get some people together so we can go back to the DOT office hopefully this year sometime. We just want to let them know I'm talking about something.
Okay, and are you trying to get a hold of them? Is that what you're saying?
No, I got a contact. We trying to get a hold of our people here.
Gotcha.
So we could go there in the majority of groups, you know?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. And you want me to attend? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'd be more than happy to. Yeah.
I'll let you know, man. I'm gonna send you my contact information so we can get in touch with them over the phone.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you in touch with Billy also.
Okay, cool.
You're doing good for trucking. Billy's been at it. This guy, man, he's a cancer patient. He had a heart attack. He's still fighting for trucking.
Wow, dude, I'd love to meet him then. All you guys, do me a favor. Send me a DM. I'm gonna take a picture, screenshot of your. I'll remember your profile pic. I get so many DMs that it's there's just I get hundreds of DMs. So I'll remember yours, man. Anybody that's an advocate, I try to focus on. I try to focus on we only have so much time in the day, right? So how do I help those 1,000 guys that are losing their house? Those 1,000 women that are losing everything, right? The best way I can help them is to really make a dent in these higher places, right? So.
You want to know something funny?
Yeah.
We've been at it since last 4 years. You know that strike in Indiana?
Yeah.
We were the one who organized that.
Oh, wow. Bro, we got to talk then. We got to talk.
I know, man.
Yeah.
I know, man. We got to talk. We've been at it for 4 years, man. I mean, we're trying to, educate these people, the newcomers. I mean, trucking got a lot of money, Don't
disgrade yourself, man. Don't disrespect yourself by hauling cheap freight. There's a lot of money to make in trucking.
Listen to this, man.
I put the load, man. I think I got a thief, which I want to say it was a double broker load, you know.
Yeah.
So,
people think I'm crazy to say $5 a mile. The money's already there, you guys. The money is there. It's just they're not giving it to us. It's there.
Man, I used to run for $5 a mile back in the 90s, man. The fuel was cheaper, the repair was cheaper, the truck was cheaper. They'll last you forever, you know?
Yeah.
We make way more money, and people don't understand there's a living cost expense every year go up.
Wow.
Every year. Me and my daddy, we used to pay full insurance on the 2 reefer trucks, you know, $750 a month.
Wow.
Good luck getting that $750 a month for
we're gonna get it back. You know what? We're gonna get it back. There's a lot of us that are pissed off, that are sick and tired of making nothing for our family, and people have gone too far. To make us work paycheck to paycheck you're spitting in my face. You're spitting in what we do, and we have the strongest spines in this nation, and you dare pay us what you're paying us right now? You have the audacity to sit at home and collect 30 to 60% revenue when we're out here doing what we do? Oh, buddy, you messed with the wrong truck driver. Sorry. And I'll be hot, brother. I'm good for about another 15 years. I'm 47. So I probably got about 15 years good left in me of hard drive, if you know what I mean.
I started driving when I was 21, man. I'm gonna be 50 next year.
Damn, dude. Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, man. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna send you my phone info. So you can save me as a day or a whole hour, you know.
Yeah.
But, good luck with your mission, man. We're all with you.
Thank you. I'm with you guys too. We're united, man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You don't have to be the guy, and I don't have to be the guy. Let's be the guys. Does that make sense? I don't need fame. I don't need fortune. I don't need recognition. If we could all fix the trucking industry and my name just dies, oh, I can't say that. If my name ends with me,
it's all together.
Yes, together. All right, Joel. Have a good one, brother, and send me your number, okay?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
All right, man. Have a good night. Later. RJ, welcome in, man. Thanks for being patient. I like the light there, brother. The purple light. That's cool.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm all right. Man, I just wanted to put my 2 cents into the pile here. Man, first of all, I really appreciate you being that voice, that advocate, you know. We need more of us to step up to the plate like you, but can you hear me good?
I can hear you great, brother. Go for it.
Perfect. But one of the many issues that we have is I don't think, you know, truck drivers, they talk a big game, but I don't think enough drivers they say they stand with you. If you're the voice, they say they're gonna stand with you, but when the going gets tough, they're gonna go haul that cheap load, or they're scared of getting fired, or so they're gonna go, you know, they're gonna be like, "Good job, bud," you know. Like,
and then get you in the back,
Right, because they're scared, or whatever the case is. And really, if we could really just get on one wavelength, we have one mind, one heart, one goal. If we can all literally do that, company driver, owner, operator, because I'm an owner operator, I really, truly think. Honestly, if we had to stop for a few days, I mean, collectively, if enough of us stop, everybody'd be like, hold on a minute, like, I'm hungry. I can't use the bathroom properly because my hand's not enough, you know, like, I think if we could all really just get on the same road together, like, I think we could really make positive change.
I agree.
Just a personal opinion.
No, I agree fully, and I'm that's what I'm saying about uniting all of us. I really don't think it'll be that hard. I think what we have to do after uniting is put into a protection, some kind of protection clause where this not only never happens again, but I want to think about, dude, I get it all the time. I get hate all the time. I get trolls all the time. I get people saying mad stuff. And like you said, I understand human psychology. It's people that are scared. It's people that are, you know, truck drivers that are living paycheck to paycheck. They're not even able to buy their daughter a Christmas present, right? Or we got the holidays coming up. You know, a lot of bad things happen during the holidays. So I get it. I'm still going to fight for them. I'm still going to advocate for them. I'm still going to create something to where let's get everybody's spirits up by uniting each other, by talking once again, because everybody else has divided us. It's just like the whole black and white thing, right? Or foreigner and citizen thing. It's like it's how to control people, right? If you focus on race instead of focus on like career path or the fact that there's bigger entities out there taking advantage of us, if you can do that, dude, you can own people. It's easy to do. So I'm not. It is. It's sad, but it's like you said. I get it, and I'm here even for those people that. You know, they're scared to unite. They're so used to just barely getting by. I want to see all of us, bro, be the middle class again like they were in the 70s. I want to see every truck driver buy a home, save, you know, 50, 100,000 for each kid for their college or to start a business. I want to see every truck driver get out of debt in 5-10 years. Every truck driver and their family, their wives, their children. I want to see medical and dental I want to see braces on every truck driver's kid and grandkids. Your kids, dude. I want to see braces on them, damn it, at 12 years old. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. You know, I mean, it just seems, you know, the American dream seems like it's a harder grasp. Like every year, it seems harder to grasp.
And it is.
Like I'm still fighting. You know, and I mean, I'm only 30. I'm still young, but I've been an owner operator since 2018.
Wow, bro, that's awesome.
It just seems like it gets harder and harder. Like some guys, you know, they have their own opinions and stuff, which is fine. Some people don't want to be an owner operator, you know. And like,
right.
I do it because I love truck driving. I've been in truck driving since I was 14. Like, my first truck I drove was a 379. I didn't go to truck driving school, none of that weird stuff. You know, my dad, he would smack my hand if I grinded a gear.
That's awesome. Those are the best stories, man.
Right. And I do it because I have two sons, you know, and I want them to have the things I never had. And you do make more money as an owner-operator to a point, you know.
Right.
But you have your expenses, you have your costs, you know. Like this year, for example, has been a tough year. You know, I've rebuilt my entire truck. I had one rear end go out. I've replaced both of them. I had my transmission grenade, my motor grenaded, and I did it, you know. But everybody's like, why do you do it? And I'm like, man, because I got goals that, you know, working for Joe Blow down the road, you know, I don't want to get that person rich. I want to try to give my best effort to get there, you know. You run you run your body to into the dirt for $1,200-$1,500 a week, you know.
Right.
If you're not striving for anything, what's the point, you know?
Yeah.
And another thing, you know, I like sports. Everybody likes sports, but where's the fan base for truck drivers? If that makes sense, right? You know, like you got people getting paid millions of dollars a year, you know, and you know they got it easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about it. You know, we're the ones that are putting our life on the line to truly serve America, to truly, you know, we supply for our families, everybody else's family. Like we're really out here being a one big team, you know. But you can't get two drivers at the truck stop to agree on nothing,
right?
Let alone talk to each other, you know.
Right.
Everybody just looks at each other because we're all angry, you know. And I feel like we really need to, even if we're struggling, we're all struggling, you know. But if we can all really truly get together, you know, there's plenty. Yep. There's plenty of people in the world that still support drivers, you know. We won't be hungry, you know. We'll have fuel for our trucks, you know. And I remember years ago, he's a friend now, but the guy I used to have my trucks leased to, his name is Glenn Pitts, and I don't care about telling his name. He's a great guy.
Yeah, that's okay.
But when the convoy was happening for COVID,
he said, man, I will pay for everything. I'll pay for the fuel out there. I'll pay for the fuel back. Take one of my tankers, like shine it up, like go out there and stand up for that. And I'm like, for what? A vaccine?
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, that's all they're sad about? Don't get your vaccine. We need truck drivers. What are they going to do? Fire everybody? So be it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I'm like, if you tell me to get a vaccine, I'll scrape your name off the side of my trucks right now and we'll go somewhere else. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
You know, I didn't agree to that because I don't want to drive in a convoy that's over a vaccine. You know what I mean? My body,
Right.
my choice, right?
That's right.
That's how people think.
That's
You know?
right.
So, but if it was for something that mattered, for better wages, for brokers not being snakes, you know, for the regulation's gonna kill trucking at some point. You know, that's why you got all these companies out here now that want to
Yeah.
self-driving trucks and stuff. When that computer fails and kills people, you know, like, I was trying to lease onto another carrier.
Oh, where'd you go, brother? All right, he disappeared. I bet he got enough. I don't know where you went, brother, but come back up when you get this. I don't know where you went. All right, let's see. Wasn't even a blah, blah, blah. Stop saying that word too. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, B. So listen, everybody, we can't say certain words. That's one of them. Here we go. I think he's back. Let's see. Oh, no, RJT. Come back, brother. When you see this, come back up. I don't know where you went. But there he is, RJ. Welcome back.
Sorry.
Get a different profile pic. Hey, just so you know too, you can't say the K word on TikTok. Sorry, brother. It's not my rules. They'll ban the live if you say it. Or the V word. You're fine. You don't have to apologize. If we were together, you could say whatever you want, man. I'm all for the First Amendment. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
It's just this app. But go ahead, man. You were on a roll. Go ahead.
But so I was looking to lease to another carrier, you know, because I'm a chemical hauler by trade. That's what I do. That's like, you know, ever since I was legally able to haul hazmat, I've been hauling hazmat, you know. I've been CDL since I was 18, so chemicals was my thing. I loved it.
Nice.
Right. And so they had these really strict requirements. So I have a 2015 International Lone Star, and she's a pretty girl. She really is. But they said that I needed to have a collision mitigation system on my truck. And
to haul
laughed,
hazmat?
you know?
That's weird.
Yeah. So, and I kind of laughed because, and I don't mean this as a joke in conversating, but like, you know, as a professional driver, you know, you are the collision mitigation system.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, like, I understand things happen. You can't control what other people do, you know?
Right,
but
right.
Even with that collision mitigation system, if somebody's going to cut you off and brake check you, that collision mitigation system is not going to, they're getting smacked.
That's right, that's right.
And it just, I don't know, I feel like there needs to be some positive, like, common sense changes to the industry, you know? Another thing, I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
You're good, brother. You're helping the live. Thank you. I appreciate you.
So I grew up, I would call my dad when he'd be on the road, and he would tell me exactly what he's done for the day, and I'd copy that log in a paper book. And you know,
wow.
I'm very well versed on like how to run paper, right? Well, anybody who's been out here at least 10 years can run paper fairly well. But you know, like the e-log, you know, they say it makes our industry safer, and it really doesn't, in my opinion. That show me
I
a
agree.
statistic that says that it's lowered crashes, that it's lowered driver fatigue, you know, because number one, you got different appointment times, so that messes up a sleep schedule, so there goes that schedule, none, you know? And then, and then, you know, you're stuck in traffic for 4 hours out on 40 because, you know, there's high wind and, you know, or we're a blizzard out in Flagstaff or something, you know? So we're stuck in that traffic and that clock's just ticking away. But you got to do what you got to do, you know?
Right.
I don't think the e-log is a benefit to anyone. I think it's a benefit as far as predatory companies you work for.
Yeah, for the mega carrier. Yep. Doesn't help us.
You know?
Yeah.
Because they're trying to weed out the competition, you know?
Yep.
They know the owner-operator population is a great chunk of the...
86%. 86%, you and I. I know. We run America, small business, truck drivers.
Right.
We are America. Yeah.
And you know what's sad about being a small business? It's like we don't get benefits of true small businesses, if you will. You know, like I haven't found like since I was a kid, I wanted to have my own trucker company because I've grown up and seen what my dad's gone through. I've seen what my dad's friends, my uncles have gone through. You know,
Right.
Like, hey, when I grow up, I'm gonna have my own trucker company and I'm gonna take care of my drivers. But there is no SBA loan for a trucker company or somebody trying to grow that trucker company, you know, and like no banks want to loan you money, you know, like literally like it's just taking straight hustle to get here, you know.
Yeah, it was hard for
That's
me to buy
cool.
my house. It was hell for me to buy my house, man. It took me 3 years of
Yeah.
dealing with lenders and I had to jump through all they do not like truck drivers because of the up and down industry, you know?
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, but
it was
you know
rough.
what's crazy though, and correct me if I'm wrong, but let's face it, some of us have seen Grey's Anatomy, right? And you see
Oh, yeah, of
operating,
course.
For example, on patients.
Yeah.
For 12, 15, 16 hours straight. Oops, they died. You know. Darn,
Yep.
Can't save them all.
You gotta come back, dude. You can't, bro. You can't say that word. I gotta kick you. Come right back. The D word. You're all good, man. Come right back. See, and this is how they train us. If we all stand up and don't allow these things, it won't happen. But we allow it, and I'm guilty too. Here I am, being a part of it as well. Welcome back. Yeah. You're good. See, they're gonna teach us one way or another, aren't they?
It's so free.
Ain't so free. I know. It's crazy, brother. So listen, so I'm gonna talk to my congressman and my senator next week. What would be the number one thing that you would have, if you could speak through me to them, what would you have me say to them that you would like to see change? Like the the most important two things, what would you have me change? Or them change, I mean.
I think a lot of it is our driver wages.
Okay.
I think that's really important. You know, obviously, like, you know, I'm biased because I'm a hazmat hauler. You know, if you look at the stuff I haul too long, you know, goodbye. You know, but
right.
I do think that there needs to be. We're not all equal. I mean, I'm no better than anyone, but like, if I'm hauling acid and you're hauling Cheetos, we're different, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think there needs to be some common sense compensation.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think it needs to be some common sense compensation. I feel like the brokers need to stop being so predatory, and you know, between people hauling cheap freight just because they want to get it from you, and the brokers, there's no need for somebody to be making $1,800 on 1,000 miles. That is extremely disrespectful. You know.
I agree. I agree.
That's why I'm pretty sure I'm banned from TQL for life because I told them which end was up.
Wow.
C.H. Robinson doesn't like me.
Now, see, if we all did that,
brokers,
we need to get back on the upper hand of all that. That's what we're trying to do here, is get on the upper hand of that, where we're the one that red flags everybody. You know what I'm saying? You don't mess with us. We red flag you if you dare disrespect us for less than $4 a mile. What's that? $3.50? Click. Red flag. Don't deal with this broker. Don't deal with this shipper. Sorry. You know?
Am I joining this?
Absolutely.
Yeah, hang on one sec, Sean.
There's no fairness for us. You know, we're expected to keep doing the job regardless of conditions, rates.
That's right.
What we're going through in life, you know, and they expect us to keep just doing it all happy-go-lucky, and we're the ones who run things. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way.
No, I know what you mean.
You know, but,
yeah.
Just lack of a better term, right? So
we're 90%.
Rates for all of us, you know, because, you know, I put my life into this for my family, you know, and it's a lot of guys get that, and you know, a few of my friends and people I know, they're like, well, you chose this. You know, I'm like, look, I chose to provide, and this is how I do it.
You know what you tell them? If I didn't choose this, the life that you know would cease to exist altogether. That's what we say to people. When they say that, say, if I didn't choose risking my life, okay, trucking is 7 times more dangerous than being in law enforcement. So if I didn't choose this, friend, you wouldn't have toilet paper to wipe your ass. You wouldn't have a pen to write with. You wouldn't have food to feed your kids, and you wouldn't have gasoline to get to your job. So thank God that I did choose this career, right? Isn't that what you meant to say, friend? Is that thank God I chose this career and I risked being away from my family 300 days a year. I miss anniversaries, birthdays, surgeries, funerals. I miss holidays. I miss everything so that you and your family can keep surviving in the desert that you live in, because nothing grows where you live, friend. So if I didn't choose, that's what you say, bro. That's what you say next time someone says you chose this.
And that was well said. You know what's crazy? My oldest son, he turned 9 yesterday, and I'm super proud of him. My boys live in Texas, and I'm in Utah. So.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Thank God for FaceTime, right?
Yo, man, you ain't lying.
I'm happy that he's celebrating his birthday because Dad's out providing, you know, and you know, we pray and we hope for the better, you know. So, as far as what you want me to speak through you about the rates, because there's a lot of us that, you know, we really want to make a better life for our family instead of just getting by. And
yes,
the regulations, you know, you have people in Congress, heck, the FMCSA, and you know, they don't know what the inside of a truck looks like, you know. They couldn't tell you a Peterbilt from a Kenworth, the difference between a Peterbilt, a Kenworth, or a Freightliner, you know.
Right.
So
right.
That's a lot of the issue, you know. People want to go over stats to make rules about stuff, and that's the carrier on lease to. I had an issue a while back because they're like, hey, you know, if your Samsara score goes below 95, like, we're gonna start to cut your loads back. And I said, man, that's crazy. You're going to go off a Samsara score to determine if a driver is safe or not. That is, you got guys.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You can't win.
You got 20 years driving, 1 million miles, and you're going to tell them, oh, your Samsara score went below this much. Like, you're not a safe driver. That's cruel. You know?
I know.
That's cruel. You know, so
yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to ramble too much longer, brother. I am grateful for you allowing me on your live, and I'm grateful for you letting me speak. And I will be back if you'll have me.
Yeah, I'll definitely have you. RJ, thanks for coming up, man. I'll pray for you and your boys. I appreciate everything you do, brother. I know you don't hear it every day, so I'm going to say thank you, because while you're bringing my family goods and services in Nevada, I'm bringing your... Actually, I'm going to Austin, Texas right now with windows and doors.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, yeah, that's a whole other story. But you know what I'm saying? While I'm bringing you stuff for your family, you're bringing me stuff. So thank you, RJ. I appreciate you. Have a great day and great night. And come back and see us, all right? And tell drivers everywhere you go, I want you to start putting the word out that truck drivers are uniting. I want you to do that for me, please. All right?
Yeah, speak it into existence, brother.
Bam! Exactly. Speak it into existence. All right?
God bless you, my friend. I'd love to meet you one day. We'll
Same.
figure that out too.
Same, brother. All right. Have a good night, man. Later, RJ. Later. All right, everybody. Go follow RJ. Really cool truck driver. Go follow him. Sean. Welcome in, brother. How are you? Thanks for your patience.
I'm pretty good, man. And the only thing I can be honest on is what you're doing for all the truck drivers. It's pretty amazing that you've driven yourself into DC and you turn yourself into the political person for truck drivers. And I can only congratulate yourself on that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
There's a lot that comes with being a truck driver, and you speak on all of it. I follow you and I watch a lot, but the things that you're fighting for the rest of us, by sitting there with a white shirt and a tie, you're above all of us because you're fighting for us. It means a lot to me, and I hope it means a lot to all of us.
Thank you, Sean. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you.
You know, I've grown up in a family of truck drivers. You know, my grandmother was a truck driver. My late grandmother, you know, she went from being a taxi driver in the heart of New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's cool.
And then but before that, she was a truck driver. So she had to downgrade into a taxi driver because she couldn't continue to be a truck driver. So she went downgrade, but she still drove.
Wow.
And that means a lot in today's society. You know, everyone needs to be somewhere.
That's right.
So even in that fact of everyone needs to be somewhere, every product needs to go somewhere. You know, I don't have a whole lot of time in this industry, but I have a lot of understanding of this industry. And if it has to go from California to New York, there's only one person that's going to grab that. That's going to be a truck driver.
Right.
And that's 2,600 miles. I've done it.
Yep. That's 8 days away from your family, alone, all by yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't realize that aren't truck drivers. Like, you know, there's we got close to 300 million. No, not 300 million. We got close to 3 million individuals that drive trucks, delivering products from state to state, from broker to broker, from place to place, where if a truck driver doesn't do it, you don't get it.
That's right. 100%. Yeah.
Toilet paper, milk. Like, I work for a company that's been around for 70 years now. I love this company, and I don't want to, try to promote it, but Seed Off Distributing, they've been around for 71 years now, but...
Wow, that's great.
71 years, we got 87 trucks, but they started in the milk industry with Prairie Farms.
Okay.
They started where, door-to-door milk sales, back in the day where, the carriers had a little metal crate with milk jugs in it,
Wow.
And they still do that to this day in their local area, where they continue to bring milk to the local schools, to the local industries and everything, but also they've branched out to where we deliver all over the country.
That's really cool, man. Wow. Well, you know what, Sean? So, yeah, go ahead. No, sorry, go ahead.
The thing I hope the most for this industry is that people outside of the industry understands that without someone behind that 80,000 pounds, you're not going to get anything that you need.
That's right. 100%. Sean, I didn't specifically plan out doing this. This kind of just fell in my lap. I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I got sick and tired of being walked on for years on end. And I started looking around me. When I went to DC, man, it just it just got huge on TikTok, and I started realizing, talking to other drivers, I thought I was all alone, man. I started realizing, wow, everybody's in this boat. They're doing this to everybody. They're dividing us. They're doing this to all of us, and they have been doing this. I've met a lot of other advocates that have been molding me and teaching me about their journey over the last decade or so. And it's just amazing how trucking is the only industry that constantly gets attacked, bro. Constantly gets attacked. We're like overtime, right? We don't deserve overtime. We don't get overtime, right? That's what the God Act is for right now. FMCSA, everybody but a truck driver is running the head government office of Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Yet, we are the strongest spine. We are the ones that take the biggest risk out here in any career, right? We are 7 times more at risk of being unalived than a police officer. Yet, I bet you didn't know that, right? I didn't know that. Okay, they don't want you to know that, man. It's all by design. They want us all to be monkeys in the truck and just shut up and get less than minimum wage. Well, you know what? They messed with the wrong truck driver, because I am taking it all the way to the top. And I'm gonna do it civilly, peacefully, non-violently. I'm gonna do it just like the brokers have, just like the mega carriers have. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing, and I'm gonna go and figure out where the cracks are in this system, and we're gonna take back what belongs to us. That's what I'm here for, man. The American truck driver and their family. Period.
And
this isn't right.
You know, and listen, that's why we love you, and we love what you're doing for the truck driver.
Thank you, man.
You've definitely stepped up where a lot of us haven't backed down.
Right.
You know, we've all accepted this fact that, you know, back in the, I want to say just like late 80s, early 90s, truck drivers were making the same that we're making today.
Yep. It's insulting, isn't it?
It's pretty crazy, you know. $60,000 to risk my life for everyone else?
Nah, brother. You should be making $175,000 minimum as a company driver. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's because they've brainwashed us all to think as long as you have food in your mouth, clothes on your back, and a roof over your head, shut up and be happy. You're not in Africa, right? So be happy. No, I don't accept that. If I'm exchanging my entire 90% of my life to the government, to the economy, to the American people, I deserve to go on vacation a couple times a year. I deserve to not stress about my car being repossessed. And my wife should have a brand new car. Hell, I should have a brand new car too. I'm not asking for 5 Ferraris like the CEOs have. I just want to be able to make my 1 or 2 car payments. Is that okay with you? Is it okay with you if I get my son a birthday present, or am I asking too much? As long as we're eating hot dogs and top ramen, shut up. No, enough. We should be eating steak and lobster for the amount of energy that we produce. I mean, look, right now I'm in Beatty, Nevada, man. I'm in the middle of nowhere, away from my family.
God, you have donkeys there. I used to go to Beatty. There's like these donkeys that used to reach inside my window there for looking for food. They're so cute.
You can feed them by hand, by the way. You can feed them by hand.
So cute.
Yeah, if you have apples, just go up and feed them.
Just watch it. They might spit on you.
Yeah, don't go into the card room because the tables are not fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The main thing that I wanted to, you know, touch base with you is that you're up there wearing this slick white shirt with a tie, and you're fighting for every truck driver, and I want to applaud you for that.
Absolutely.
You're doing the most.
You are really doing something that's very special. It's
You're
really
doing
incredible.
the most that we all want to do, but we never have. And I hope this doesn't, you know, hurt your views or anything, but you're doing the most with your balls that most of us we're accepting that our bills are paid. You know, we pay our bills.
Yep.
Food is on the table, and we accept that. And honestly, I don't think we should accept that, considering that no one else will have food on their table if it wasn't for us.
Well, that's what I'm
As
here
truck
to do.
drivers.
I'm here to inspire people, and I'm here to show you that we can all do this. You know, and for those that can't do it, I'm also here for them. Those that want to be negative, I'm here for you too. If you want to be negative, be negative. I understand why you're negative, because you're miserable. I was miserable too a couple months ago. I'm still miserable. But you know what? Yes, I am here for all of us, and we're going to get some stuff done. You watch. Watch over the next like 2, 3, 4 years. You watch what we're going to get done, brother. We're not only going to bring it back to the 70s like it was in the 70s, but we're then going to put in laws and protection clause to where this can never happen again. We're going to be like a barb, like a fish barb, where you can't get it out of your cheek. You know what I mean? We're going to make it to where you'll never be able to do this to a truck driver again. You'll never be able to take. You took advantage of the wrong spine. You took advantage of the wrong guy.
Can I just say one thing?
Go ahead, Kate.
Yeah. Can I just say one thing? Oh, I don't mean to interrupt or railroad the conversation, but I can't remember who it was. I think it was Mitch McConnell's wife, who back then was the Secretary of Transportation, who deemed truck drivers as unskilled labor.
Ah, yeah.
Yep.
Right? You know, and there was this whole push, and I heard it on Road Dog Radio when I was when I was driving across the country. And
Right.
there was this guy that got on Road Dog Radio out of Texas from some universities, like, we need, to fill the labor shortage for truck drivers, and we need to bring in immigrants. And that's when they brought in the ELDs, right? It's like,
Yep.
you can't have you can't have ELDs when you're running the I-5 corridor, for instance, and you gotta go from Seattle to LA, and then you have to stop 2 hours short because there's nowhere to park in LA, and the only place you can park it is at the top of Fraser Park, right?
Yep.
And then there's no place to park in Castaic, and then if you go down into the business Ontario, right? So that's 50 miles outside of where you need. Same thing in Portland, same thing in the Bay Area.
And then you're going to deal with traffic if you do. If you do go all the way to Ontario, now you're going to deal with traffic the next day, right? Next
That's
morning,
right.
depending on which way
if
you
you
go.
want to go down to Long Beach, you gotta, so if you're getting paid by the mile, which, it's not cool. I mean, there was one day that I was working, and they sent me into LA and then Phoenix and then back to LA. I think I worked 13 hours, and I made $130.
Wow.
So are you based out of California?
Yeah, I'm in Sebastopol in West Sonoma County, so it kind of sucks to be up here because I'm not on the I-5 corridor, like Stockton or
Yep. The hot spots.
What I mean?
Yep.
So I basically hopped off. I'm not doing too bad. I live in Sebastopol. I have a.
But you do have it much harder than the rest of us that gets to cross country,
Well, I was doing cross country, but I had to be home because I bought a puppy and stuff like that. So now I'm doing local construction and a lot of, I'm doing double bottoms and, running dirt and stuff like that. But I love being on the road. It's really fun. It's really cool. If you don't have a...
Right. But I also applaud you for...
You know what I mean? If you're solo, you're single, you don't have a, put all your stuff in storage and go on the road for 5 years, save a bunch of money. But that's not me. I did that for, many years, and, I've been driving for 13 years or 14 years. And so now I'm home, I'm doing great, but I just feel for the over-the-road drivers now. I mean, it's really rough.
It's bad. It's really bad.
I mean,
and I really appreciate what you're doing, buddy. Really appreciate.
You're doing great, and we applaud you.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you. What's your name, honey? Truckers United.
Vince. My name is Vincent.
Vince.
Yep.
Vincent.
Yeah.
You are incredible.
Thank you.
you know, I've been out there for 13 years. I've seen what's been going on, and especially the last 5 years, going through Wisconsin, the small towns in the middle, you know, the flyover states, and, you know, people being disrupted, and then
Well, just wait. Just sit back.
Nebraska.
Sit back and get your popcorn because we're just getting started. We are just getting started.
I so applaud you. I mean,
yeah.
I've been telling my friends here in the Bay Area who are all, you know, very left, you know, liberal people, which I used to be until I drove over the road. So I'm kind of a little bit more independent centrist. But, you know, when I was years ago, I was in West Valley City, Utah, you know, staying at the Walmart there. And then I went back on the road and I was like, oh my God, what is the demographic here?
Right.
It shifted and it was like, okay. And then the white buses they were dropping off in Weed, California.
Oh, buddy,
All
yep.
of the immigrants of the last 4 years. It was like, you know, and my friends here that are, you know, in a freaking bubble, they don't understand. Like, okay, so I moved to San Francisco from Silicon Valley when I was 18 years old. I'm 58 now because I wanted more cultural diversity. I
applaud you.
And I wanted more cultural diversity when I moved to Seattle for 22 years.
Right.
But when I saw what happened over the last 4 years, you cannot do that. You cannot do that to, you know, these small towns, Midwest. You can't do that and have people be okay with it.
You're absolutely right.
Do you know what I mean? It's disruptive. So there's a better way to bring in immigration. You don't do it by, you know, fast tracking fake visas and letting people come in here. You don't.
Right.
This is not America, right? We need a little bit of more structure, and I think Vincent is doing a great job. I think what he's doing is fantastic, and I can't applaud you more. And I'm going to bounce because I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm just really happy for what you're doing, sweetheart.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Kate. All right. Are you out, Kate, or is that it?
I can hang in if you want.
Okay.
But...
Well, actually, I got to get rolling here in about 3 minutes, so.
I don't know how to leave. But...
Okay, I'll disconnect. All right, come back. We'll be back up tomorrow, so come back and see us. All right, Kate?
Definitely will do, Vincent.
All right.
Take care, sweetheart.
Take care. Thank you. All right, Sean.
Hey, Vince,
yeah.
You stay up on top. Everything you're doing, you stay on top of it, brother, because you are the sole proprietor of what we accomplish here today.
Thank you. And you know, if you want to get involved too, brother, there's a lot of things going on right now. Do you know about the GOT Act? GOT, the GOT Act? It's
I haven't heard of that.
So the GOT Act is overtime pay for truck drivers. All we have to do to get that bill passed is call our 2 senators and our congressman. If you call your congressman and your 2 senators and say you support the GOT Act and it gets passed, that's $500 a week more for company truck drivers a week, because overtime pay, like, we don't get overtime pay. This would make the mega carriers, and this would make the revenue for per mile freight go up. Owner operators would make, in my estimation, we'd make about $1,400 more a week. Company drivers would make about $500 a week extra. Time and a half. Why wouldn't we get paid that? And every week for us is overtime. Easy.
I mean, I push 70 hours. Like,
okay, well,
in 5 days, I push 70 hours.
Anything over 40 hours, you should get time and a half. So if you make $30 an hour, from 40 hours to 70 hours, you should make, what, $45. So 15 times 30, let's see, what's 15 times 30? I'll do the math for you right here. 15 times 30, wait, oh, it just turned on. 15 times 30, $450. See? 15 times 30. Disappeared. You saw it though, right? $450, bro. And all you have to do is make 3 phone calls. So that's one of the things I'm encouraging people to do. Dude, and we're just getting started. We are just getting started. You stay tuned and watch for more. And if you can, Sean, when you're at the truck stops, I need your help, brother. I need you to help me to tell other truck drivers, even if you're nervous, man. I know we're all nervous to talk to each other, but we got to stop that. We got to stop that. We don't have anybody else when we're out here.
We have to be brothers.
We have to be brothers and sisters, man. So let's go up to each other and let's say, hey, truck drivers, you'll never believe it, man. You'll never believe it in a million years. Truck drivers are uniting. Everywhere I go, everything I hear, truck drivers are uniting. We have to speak it into existence. And when we do that, very soon, we're going to be at the top of the food chain where we belong, brother. Telling you.
That's where we were back in the 70s and 80s. Truck drivers lived like kings.
Yeah. Yep.
They were making the money that we make today, which is kind of unfortunate that we're still making that money, but everyone gets a minimum wage upgrade, even if you're working at McDonald's, freaking local grocery stores. But no one thinks about the truck driver. It misses their mind.
It's because it's a $1 trillion business a year, and there are thousands of families living off our back. So we need to get them off our shoulders. They can go figure out how to make money by working for it, not by taking advantage of the American truck driver and their families. Because I look at that like you're stealing from my children. You're stealing from my wife. I can't even go on a date night with my wife because you're able to send your kids to college off my dime. No, I don't think so. Those days are over. I hope they enjoyed it because those days are over. We're all coming. We're all coming for what belongs to us.
Yes, sir. And listen, I'm behind you 100%. I love everything you're doing.
Thank you.
If you need me, you can message me. I'll be there.
Awesome, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And that day might come soon. So don't be surprised if I knock on your DM.
Hey.
All right?
Knock every day.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Well, I'm going to let you go, Sean. You have a great night. I'm going to get to driving. I got to get through Vegas tonight, get through Hoover Dam. So, yes, sir. I love you, brother.
American dream.
You have a great night, okay? It was really good meeting you, and I followed you, by the way. I followed you already.
I appreciate that. It doesn't matter that you follow me, but listen, I appreciate everything that you're doing. And you're doing it for all of us.
Well, listen, I want to one last thing. I want to let you know you are just as powerful as me. Believe it. Believe it, man. We are all kings of our own world, okay? God makes us all extremely strong within ourselves. We are all kings of our own little world, right? So together, we're unstoppable. You're just as powerful as me. I'm just as powerful as you, brother. You know what I mean?
We need a DM conversation.
Yes. Yes. All right, brother. Have a good night, okay? I'll see you on the next one. All right.
Power in numbers.
Power in numbers, brother. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you too, man. Have a good night. All right, everybody. So for those of you I did not get up, my apologies. We're already pushing 2 hours now, and I got to get headed to Vegas. I am in Beatty, Nevada now. I'm supposed to be in Austin, Texas by Monday afternoon to get this freight delivered. So I love you guys. I love you, trucker family. Remember, okay, we are stronger in numbers, and we can